Fortnite's new update coming out in just 2 days could literally save Battle Royale. Now let's be real for a second, you guys. The Fortnite community has been pretty down on Battle Royale lately, and just the game in general. All types of people saying it's dying right in front of our eyes, like the end is here for Fortnite Battle Royale. And I'll be honest, Blitz has been carrying a lot of momentum. I know that's the mode that I've been playing mostly recently, and even though the last update was pretty good, and Fortnite has been doing some balance changes that I think have been very good as well, people still think BR is in this fall off mode, or like we're watching the death of Fortnite right before our eyes. But this week's update I think is going to silence a lot of those critics. It's absolutely stacked, and I know I've said that before, but this one is absolutely filled to the brim with awesome content. We're getting huge stuff, including collabs, a brand new game mode, possibly two, one that is going to have proximity chat inside of Battle Royale, and I really think this is the kind of update that's going to bring a lot of people back to the game. There is so much volume here, and I cannot wait to hop in just 2 days. So like I said, you guys, September 18th on Thursday at probably around 6 or 7 a.m. Eastern time is when this update is going to be available to play. And one of the biggest things is the new Party Crashers game mode. Now, we've been hearing a lot about this game mode over the last couple of days. It's Fortnite's first major BR experiment in a while with the main BR mode. It's really, really wild. First of all, it is zero build. It is only 80 players, so not the conventional 100. And you can literally join or betray people mid-match. There's no ban for teaming or anything like that. That's kind of the chaotic fun that this mode is all about. You don't know if people are going to stab you in the back, or you don't know if you're just going to go solo or whatever. It's really up to you. Now, in terms of the mechanics of actually teaming up with people, I don't know if you'll actually be able to walk up to somebody and like request a team with them or anything like that. That could be interesting if they were to do that, but I think it probably will just be you use proximity chat to create some type of alliance, and then you can backstab them, or you can win the game together. But here's the catch. Only one person can win. Now, the fact that proximity chat is tied to it is huge. It's been something that a lot of people have wanted in BR for years, and now we're finally getting to try it and see what it looks like in Fortnite. I believe the only time that we've had proximity chat is Imposters, and Imposters was a long time ago. That was like 2-3 years ago at this point, which is absolutely insane. But there is a bit of a catch to this mode, you guys. It's not going to be available all the time, so it's only going to be available on the weekends of the 19th and the 26th. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of this week, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of the week after, and then on the 30th after that it will be gone. It is just an LTM, and I firmly believe that it will stay an LTM. Now, if you have a creator code, which I know some of you may, including me, we're actually going to be able to play this early on the 18th, which I think will be pretty sick. When the update comes out, it will be available for those with a creator code. But this is clearly, in my opinion, I think this is a very obvious test run of, proximity chat, and I could definitely hopefully see it added into BR at some point as an optional thing. But with this mode, you have to have your voice chat set to everyone in order to play it. There's no option to play it without proximity chat, because that's kind of the entire point. But I think this is a really smart move by Epic, and I think it's going to be a ton of fun. They're testing something different and social while BR needs energy. This could easily be the spark people need to re-engage with the core game. I have a lot of cool content planned for this mode, you guys, so make sure you stay tuned. Now, one of the main events of this update that's been really in your face is the Megazord transformation. Now, this might be one of the most exciting mythics that we have seen in quite a while, and I'm really hoping that it is Godzilla tier powerful. Something where like the entire lobby has to team up to stop it. Like, just tear through POIs, no mercy. I still think that Godzilla is probably the best transformation that we've had in the game. He was so much fun to use, and he was genuinely overpowered like he should be. The trailer in the background here, as you can see, already looks amazing. The Zord fighting that giant bug at the end was the kind of cinematic stuff we need more of in these trailers, and I think that was a really cool way to kind of tie it into the lore and things like that, because that's the whole point. The Power Rangers are bringing in the Megazord to help us fight against the bugs, but he's also coming to fight a brand new enemy, and that is Lord Zed, which honestly, as you can see here, looks so clean. Now, this is a skin. We're not exactly sure when it is going to be in the item shop. I would assume that it would be here on Thursday when the Megazord comes out, because they're enemies, of course. I'll definitely be grabbing that one. But more than just cosmetics, Fortnite said in a tweet that Zed is going to be infecting the island, which I think is really interesting. Now, if you guys don't know much about Lord Zed, he's obviously an antagonist, he's an enemy, but he's very, very powerful. He literally summons monsters. So what I'm thinking is, because he uses magic and things like that, what if he is the lore reason these like spooky like Fortnite maze characters are coming to the game? I think that would be really cool. Fortnite kind of did the same thing with Mephisto last Fortnite mares, where it was kind of interpreted that he summoned these guys, because that's kind of what he did. The Billy puppet, things like that were summoned by him. At least that was my interpretation of it. And I think this is a fantastic way to incorporate collabs does with the actual storyline, and I'm very excited to see what they do with that. Very, very creative world building, and I hope they go in that direction. But with speaking about Fortnitemares, what exactly should we expect in this update in terms of this? So we should definitely expect a setup, and we already have a solid list of what's coming. Now, I won't talk about too much about this because I want to have a whole video about Fortnitemares, but Ghostface, Jason, and Scooby-Doo, as well as Repo, are all lined up to drop into Fortnitemares when it comes out in October. Now, with Lord Zed's influence spreading and monsters potentially showing up, this could be one of the most lore-driven Fortnitemares yet. And keep in mind, you guys, that this Fortnitemares is also going to be going on at the same time as OG Season 6. And what do we get inside of OG Season 6? Monster like zombie things. I think that's something to keep an eye on. But as far as map changes, you guys, the bugs have already taken over Utopia City and the tunnel by Demon's Debris, and I wouldn't be surprised if more zones got corrupted this week. Zed infecting this island might literally tie into, you know, future POI changes, and this update could kick that off. I think we'll definitely see some more advancements either from OXR or from the bugs in terms of who exactly is winning the war. Because what I think is going to happen is Fortnitemares is probably going to start as soon as October begins. So this season's story is probably going to slow down a lot or actually like speed up and then end pretty rapidly over the next couple of weeks. So we will just have to wait and see. We also got a leak that K-pop Demon Hunters is going to be coming soon, maybe even this season, and that is really fast. You know, normally we wait forever for viral stuff to show up in game as a collab, but this just shows how locked in Epic is right now, and I made a whole video talking about Fortnite being locked in yesterday. If you want to watch that, it's in the top right of your screen here. But in terms of that collab, we might get a tease, something in the files, or maybe even a full announcement. I highly doubt that, but there could be something in this update, and I will keep you guys updated with that. I'd keep an eye on it for sure. And don't forget about the Daft Punk collab that's been teased too, and the Monolith, you know, event and everything like that. This could be one of the most stacked cosmetic seasons ever. It already is, but it could get even better, so keep an eye out for information about the new concert that is coming soon as well. Now, there's some smaller stuff that's left, you guys, but it still matters a lot. We've got some new information that could be coming out about Blitz. Even though nothing major has been revealed, we could get a new roadmap or event timeline for what's next, like Fortnite has done before, where they announce new weeks of Blitz or new weeks of updates in Blitz and things like that. But we're also going to be getting the October crew pack will probably be leaked in this update as well. Also new bundles, and additionally, you guys, Fortnite's 8th birthday is coming up, so we may start seeing the quests come out. You know, maybe some birthday cakes will be around, maybe the bus will update, things like that. It probably will happen a little bit closer because I think it's around the 26th or the 27th when that actually does come out, but that's something to keep an eye on as well. And we could be seeing the release of companions. Now, I don't want to get you guys hopes up too much because we said this many times and it hasn't happened, but companions should be coming very, very soon. And of course, new and unvaulted weapons or items that align with, you know, things we saw in the trailer. So, you know, the Blade Blaster could be coming as well for the Green Ranger or, you know, all of the Rangers in general. So there's a lot of depth in this update and I am super excited. This is exactly what Fortnite needed, a massive content drop with a ton of variety. We've got a lot of new fun stuff, a brand new mode with proximity chat. So hyped that they're doing that. Of course, we've got new quests and cosmetics, a brand new Megazord transformation, even though I do not think, and I want to emphasize this, that BR needs saving. I do think this is the kind of update that gets people talking again and will make people more interested in the game, especially with Party Crashers dropping every weekend. We'll finally have something fresh in BR to look forward to outside of, you know, Blitz or, you know, the occasional, you know, update for BR, new weapons and things like that. Maybe Party Crashers will be a weekend exclusive thing for the rest of the season. I think that would be pretty sick. I'm really excited, you guys, but let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. What are you most excited for? Let me know down below. Drop a like on today's video. You watched all the way to the end. You must have enjoyed, so drop a like. Subscribe to the channel. I make videos like these every single day. Use code PROZEROYT, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.